And hello there YouTubers, it is Collected Tooth 5 here with another video. This time I will be talking about immortality and why we age and can we stop it. Now, if you listen to the radio much, you might have heard the podcast show Radio Lab. If you haven't, there's a link in the description to my favorite episode, which I will be talking about here. It is about immortality. Now, if you could live forever, that would be great. Yes. Question is, should we? And what would it be like? Now, there is a way for us theoretically to live forever and be healthy at it. So this means that we could live to be in our 20s and 30s for a long period of time, and not after 70 years old be just old for the rest of our lives. Now that would be pretty great, right? I mean, obviously. Now, Dr. Cynthia Kenyon, Kenyon, found a way to make us live longer. Now, she found in her lab, she has mapped the genome. She has been with the genome project, and there is a certain genome that, or not certain genome, uh, there is a certain gene that can make us live longer. It's called DAF16, DAF16. It is one in many genes. Um, this is basically the fountain of youth gene. Quote, that is a quote from her. She said it was a fountain of youth gene. It makes us young by keeping a high metabolism and destroying improperly working cells. What it does is that it creates enzyme, or it tells enzymes to be created to make 100 other genes work. And those 100 other genes create more enzymes to do little good things to our body that actually increases our lifespan by a lot. Now, this gene can be turned on by certain enzymes, like any gene. Any gene can be turned on with a certain enzyme. This one especially is sensitive with a certain very complex. I don't know. I'm not going to say it. It's a very complex enzyme, but it's gonna take me a while to say it. Anyways, but if you want to listen to the whole podcast, just see the link below. It has a link. There is a link down there to that certain episode. There's another gene called DAF2. This is basically the Grim Reaper gene, and it turns down DAF16. It turns that down, it makes DAF16 more resistant to be turned on, which is what happens when we get older. And that is bad. Now, what Dr. Cynthia Kenyon has done is she she made an enzymes that could do two things. First of all, it increases the DAF16 sensitivity to enzymes, and it decreases the DAF2's sensitivity to certain enzymes. Now, she has done that among other things with the enzyme, but she has done experiments with small animals, and she has made them to live 6 times longer. Now that's gonna be like 500 years for us. I mean, that is a long time, as you could obviously guess. 500 years. Imagine if you could live that long. And these aren't 500 years where we'd be in the physical shape of a 80 or 90-year-old. This will be 500 years of us being aged, well, like me, like a vampire, basically. Like someone in their 20s, living until they're 400 years old, and after that they go to 30s, 40s, 50s, etc., etc. Now, Dr. Cynthia Kenyon, she's founded a company called Elixir, Elixir. You're not gonna find the company. It is still in high research. You might be able to find it if you look deep enough, but it's still in the basic research process. She doesn't know if it's gonna work in humans. She has no idea. There's no way to tell, but for sure it works in worms, mice, rodents, what else? Insects and fish, and small fish. So she has experiments with those, but she still is working for humans. Well, now please just visit that podcast. It is great. I love Radio Lab. They're very funny, very great to listen to. It makes you really think. And that's basically it for this uh for this episode. There's nothing much else I can say about it. I've done plenty of research, and I just want to keep it short. So, if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, stick around for more, and I hope to see you in my next video about time travel.